What's up, beautiful geeks? Welcome to another High Geek Soccer video, and today we're going to be talking about this bad boy right here. I can't say bad boy. We're going to be talking about this bad boy right here. This is the Adidas Copa Gloro 19.2. We're going to unbox it, see what comes in the box, and then talk about it in detail. So let's get the review started. But before we do, if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I do videos like this every single Monday. I also do daily news rant where we talk about random stuff about soccer, new releases, and all the other good stuff. I also do vlog videos. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. You can ask me any question down below by hitting the comment box. Anyways, enough of me ranting about those little things. Let's get the review started. That's what you're here for. So let's roll the intro clip and let's get started. Okay guys, so let's talk about the shoes in detail. Now I've unboxed it because there's not much that comes in the box. I didn't want to waste your time there. Pretty much all that comes in the box is the shoes and a bunch of Adidas paper. So this is what the shoes look like right here. Let's take a quick look at it all around and just have a feel for it before we start talking about it. I do like the colorway. It's kind of blue, black and then a little bit of blue going on. So you have the whole shoes is black. I like black colorway, so the whole shoes is black. And then you have like the blue call out there, and then you have this kind of blue stuff going on here. And the Adidas call out as well. It has like kind of like this glittery look to it right there, which is kind of a little bit of blue there, and then a bit of other colors as well. So it's kind of like, it's a nice color, kind of glitters a little bit when you kind of move it in the right angle. So as far as colorway go, it's a pretty straightforward colorway. Call outs, you have the Copa call outs there. Adidas call out there, regular stuff, 19.2 call out there, Adidas call out there. So as far as call outs go, that's pretty much all you get for in the colorway. Now let's talk about the upper of the shoes a little bit more. Now, right off the bat, let me tell you guys, this is not my favorite shoes. Like right when you take it off the box, it's heavy, right? As soon as you take it, but when I took it out of the box and I held it, I'm like, man, this is some heavy shoes. It's a lot more heavier than I would like it to be. Maybe it might not be that heavy, but in my hands it feels very heavy, and I already don't like that. So that's strike one right there about what I don't like about the shoes. And the whole upper of the shoes, is leather upper. The shoe also have a X-ray vamp, which can allow to give you kind of like it's not a one-piece shoes, but it gives you that one-piece feel when you put it on because of the X-ray vamp. And then the tongue as well, I think, is like knit textile stuff there that they had on the tongue, on the tongue of the color of the shoes, not the color of the shoes, to kind of help give it that one piece upper feel to it when you wear it. Oh man, I'll try to be so fair to the shoes, but this is not my favorite shoes. There's a couple of things that I don't like about it. So let's get into some of the things that I don't like about it. First, we've already talked about the weight. I don't like how much it weighs. It just feels heavy in my hand. Another thing as well, even though the upper is leather, big fan of leather upper, nice. You know, it always. If you can give me a leather upper, give me a leather upper any day, because it's soft, it feels good, and the breaking time is a lot more less, in my opinion, than all the other synthetic stuff out there. But this leather upper just feels a lot more thicker to me. Like, look at it, guys. It's just nice pushback, very soft, very nice. I like it, but it just feels thick. It feels very, very thick to me, and I'm not a big fan of that. I like a little bit of cushion between my feet and the ball, yes, but if it's too much, I am not a big fan of it. And this is how it feels with the upper of the shoes, especially the forefront here. It just feels like there's a lot more going on there than it needs to be. Like they went extra with the cushioning or whatever it is that they put in there, or the leather itself is just a little bit too much. I kind of like this design that's going on here, this kind of rugged design a little bit that's going on here on the side of the shoes here, and it's also on the side as well. So I kind of like that design. It's kind of like spiral design, or boomerang, whatever you want to call it, boomerang looking design right there. It looks pretty nice, and I like that, and it goes all the way on both sides, on the sides as well. Now, a couple of other things that I don't want. Now, the tongue itself, the tongue kind of folds and it hides the lace, but it also folds. It reminds me of Sambers. But the thing that I don't like is this elastic. Now, I get it that, Adidas wanted to make your life a lot more easier, ideally, to kind of prevent this from like flapping around. Because one of the biggest thing, I don't know if you guys have ever owned a Samba, is that when you have a samba, like keeping this down, sometimes when the shoe is brand new, it can be really hard. You have to play with it for a while for it to be able to stay down without you touching it. But Adidas has included this in there to kind of just like help you do that, and it keeps it down in place so it doesn't move around, it doesn't feel uncomfortable. So that's a good thing. But the thing that I don't like about that is that, you know, it goes in the bottom. Now I don't know about how where you guys play or how dirty your shoes get sometimes when you play, but the idea of just this being in the bottom, where the magic happens, right? Just it gets to me, right? Because at the end of the day, you might have to kind of grab this and then, you know, move it around to clean things and stuff like that. And this part is going to be dirty as hell to be grabbing with your hand and then moving around. I know it's kind of like a very small thing to kind of complain about, but that's how I feel about it. I don't like that. And then also, I don't know if this is going to last that long. I don't necessarily see the point of it. Well, I get the point of it, but I don't necessarily see why they have to put it at the bottom and stuff like that. I mean, that's the only place to put it when you're trying to accomplish something like this. But I feel like if you play too much, a little bit of time over time, it's probably going to start to just like cutting and stuff like that. But maybe they already took that into consideration, and it kind of goes down a little bit like so. So it's a bit, you know, it's a bit, there's a bit of a protection because he has to reach the studs first. You have to get past the studs first before you hit that. But again, when you play, this studs sink into the floor. They sink into the floor to give you a grip. So it's definitely going to reach that and it's going to be dirty. So that's not my favorite part. But the tongue itself, it's a pretty long tongue, right? And wow, that's weird because that's a scissors right here. So if you're not a big fan of it, I'm assuming they're telling you that you can cut it. So, well, that solved the problem. I feel like I just spent like a whole minute talking about that. But again, if you're not a big fan, again, I'm assuming you can just cut this off and your problem is solved. So yeah, there it is. So if you don't like this part, which I don't like, you can cut it off and then solve your problem. So that's the tongue for you guys. Let's see. The tongue is not really attached. I guess that's why they give it that kind of like X-ray vamp kind of stuff all over the shoes, the X-ray vamp design all over the shoes, to kind of give you a one-piece upper. This helps too, but this is not, it's not tied to the shoes like I would expect it to be to give you that one-piece upper feel. It's not tied to the shoes at all. So that's that. So while we're in here, we might as well just move into the inside of the shoes and talk about the inside a little bit more. So the insole of the shoes is not removable. Gotta remove that. The insole of the shoes is absolutely not removable. You can remove it if you want to, but it's stick to it. So I mean, if you force it and you kind of peel it out, it will remove, but it stick to it. So yeah, I'm guessing it's not designed to remove it. The heel place right here where your the back of your heel lands, it's very cushiony. It's like there's a foam in there. I think there's a foam heel counter in there. It's very soft and very nice. That I kind of like. Now I haven't tried the shoes on yet. We're gonna try it on to see how it feels, but it's very soft and very nice, and I really like that. It definitely has a foam in it. Very soft, very nice. The inside also, it's very nice. It's like suede almost. It feels very Swedish. It feels very Swedish, not Swedish. It feels very Swedish, like very soft and a nice feel to it when you run your finger across. So that's a nice thing. That's a nice added stuff to it. It kind of gives you that comfort. So it's not rugged inside. So it feels very nice when you run your finger to it. And it goes all the way to the front, Even when you run your finger to the front, it has that same feeling to it as well. So that's a good part right there. As far as the upper and the inside of the shoes go, guys, that's pretty much all you get for it. It's nice, but this shoes is not my favorite shoes, and that's me just being honest with you guys. I don't like the weight. I don't like the lace, which is solved by just cutting it if you choose to not have that there. I don't like the thickness of it. It's just so thick. And it just feels a lot more heavy for me because of that. I do like the design a little bit of the upper. I like the colorway because it's all black, but those are the things that I don't like about it. For most of you guys, you might like it because, well, that's what you like. But another thing that I don't like as well is that this shoe doesn't cost that much. It cost about $100 and something, I think, $110, 110 or 111. And for different colorway, you can get them from a cheaper price. But the black colorway costs about $110, $115 around that price. Now, I don't like when companies make shoes that are $100 or $100 something, and this becomes the ideal thought behind a shoes that cost like $100, right? This become the thing. This become the thing for shoes that cost like $100. It's nice, but it's not nice enough. It's not my favorite shoes. The bottom you have it's a TPU outsole. It's very stiff a little bit. The forefront bends, but it's very stiff. Very stiff. Here's a stiff number in the middle, but also the forefront is a little bit stiffer than I'm used to as well. So all in all, this is the shoes right here. This is the Adidas Copa Gloro 19.2. Not one of my favorite shoes. A great colorway, but not my favorite shoes. So that's where I'm gonna leave the review for this one. It might not be the review that you're hoping for. For most of you guys, you might like it. But for me, it's not my favorite stuff. And I'm definitely gonna be returning this one because it's not I don't like it at all. It's not my favorite shoe. So let's go ahead and test it. Let's see how it feels. I mean, it might not look good. Maybe it might feel good. Just right off the bat, this thing is like really tight. I don't know if you can tell. I have a narrow fit. I don't have a wide fit, and it already looks like my my feet is about to bust out of the shoes. Look at that. It's like it's very, very tight. And yeah, this is gonna cause some blisters if we're to play with it. So this is what it looks like on fit right now. That's the back. This side. I do like the colorway though. I love the black colorway, but it's very, very tight. Very, very tightly fitted. If you really want to get it, you really want the shoes, which I don't 100% advise, but if you really want it, definitely you want to get a size up, because this, if you have a wide feet, you definitely want to go a couple of sizes up. But if you have an air fit like I do, you definitely want to get a size up, because this is very tight. I'm talking like I want to take it off already because it feels so uncomfortable. This is the kind of shoes that I would let my friend play with, and then after he breaks it in and give it back to me. So this is what it looks like on fit. The colorway looks nice on feet though, but the shoe itself is very tight and it doesn't feel that well to me. Thank you for watching the review video, guys. If you have enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you do want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I come out again, as I said earlier in the beginning of the video, I come out with review videos every Monday. I do news rant for the rest of the week, and I also do vlogs. So if you want to keep up with all those videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Check out all of our social media platforms. Link is in the description box below. Also, if you want to see pictures of the shoes, head out right over to our website at geeksoccer.com. Link will be in the description box below as well. And as always, don't forget to stay geeking. I will see you guys tomorrow when we do the news rant. Peace!